That face.
Listen, I don't know if our relationship can handle this, you know.
Say get well.
Besides, what would the neighbors think?
Get well. Get well.
I think it might already be better
This
since he starts
better be
smiling again.
important.
Well,
So, I think I have an idea of what activities you and your friends do in your time together. Do you see a lot of them, by the way?
Yes.
Well, that's good. I wouldn't want my little biped to get lonely.
Oh.
Get well.
I can't think of a single thing. Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
Feel better. Feel better.
Absolutely not.
Well, to get well.
I'm really not feeling good.
Love you. Love you.
I feel sick. I'm really not feeling good. Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
Well,
Get well.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
Get well.
I feel sick.
You're cute. Just say that too. You're cute.
oh, good. You saw that part too. I mean, we're not crazy. You looked up? You thought read it?
I'm really not feeling
Let's
good.
look for that sprinkler.
You're cute. I couldn't find it. You're cute. Hi.
No, but I feel really sick. I think I might hurl.
Love you.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
Does it say
Feel
how it
better.
needs to get better?
I feel sick.
You're cute.
I feel sick.
Well, he's responding, so it must be sort of working.
I'm really not feeling good. I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I think I feel something coming up. I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I think I feel something coming up. Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
Feel better.
I am not.
That's if it's well.
Are you well? Well.
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
Well.
I feel sick. I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
Aw, dang.
What?
There's actually a
Feel
trick.
better.
There's actually a trick to make the
I
spiders appear.
think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
If you put the spider in the tank,
It gets really tough for
and
us
as
when
soon
the
as you
air
put the
gets
spider
too
in the tank-
dry. There should be a sprinkler that Gasset built somewhere around here. Hey, can you use the D-pad to look for it? Come on, use the D-pad and find the sprinkler.
there we go. Just had to come up. If you put the spider in the tank and then immediately save or press start and end the game, then the spider will disappear next time. name.
I wonder if we actually need both of them to be the game.
That face. He's got the Jigglypuff Mew face right now.
Love you. Hi.
No, but I feel really sick. I think I might hurl.
Love you.
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
Feel better.
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
You're cute.
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
Get better.
I feel sick. Oh, I think I feel something coming up. Oh, I think I feel something coming up. Oh, I think I feel something coming up. Come on, I'm sick here.
Is that progress? Well, apparently if you tell it to eat shit, it will get on the window.
Fucking spiders. Punch them.
Fucking Spider-Man!
I'm really not feeling good.
Are you sick? Feel better.
Huh?
Feel better.
Absolutely not.
Are you sick?
No, I'm just not feeling very well.
It's the same thing.
I love you.
I feel sick.
Get better.
Oh, I
Think it will
really
soon.
don't feel very well.
Get well soon.
I feel pretty nasty. I hope there isn't something going around.
Get well soon.
I feel sick.
It says he had to spend a couple of days doing it. Damn.
Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
So we might have to skip ahead. I mean, maybe it's the type of thing where it's just like a stomach bug and it passes.
It's probably something that one like neglect.
I've got to... How does one put this? Oh yes, I must take a crap.
Well, thanks for that.
You know, right at you.
Talk.
You know what I've noticed? People love to talk. Oh, sure, there are quiet ones every once in a while, but usually if you ask a person the right questions, they can go on for hours. I mean, why else would you have me around if you didn't like a good conversation every once in a while? I think that's also what makes a good friend. If they're willing to listen to you spout off about something, you just have to make sure you let them talk once in a while too, so you don't bore them to death. But I was wondering, what kinds of things do you and your friends talk about?
Sure.
Besides that,
You just say like anything? We talk about lots of shit.
anything.
Somebody needs a lesson in etiquette. Once more with feeling. I said, you know what I've noticed? People love to talk. Oh, sure, there are quiet ones every once in a while, but Usually, if you ask a person the right questions, they can go on for hours. I mean, why else would you have me around if you didn't like a good conversation every once in a while? I think that's also what makes a good friend. If they're willing to listen to you spout off about something, you just have to make sure you let them talk once in a while too, so you don't bore them to death. But I was wondering, what kinds of things do you and your friends talk about?
Anything.
Of course. What else would you talk about, you horny little monsters? I say you can never really get bored if you have someone around who you can talk to. Sometimes it's more fun to just sit around and talk than it is to actually go do something. It all depends on the person, though. Oh, oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
Horny little monsters.
Huh? What did you think we said?
No. Talk. Talk.
I mean, other than that, it sounded like a general response. Like it actually kind of answers Gabe's
Say,
thing.
I know you spend time socializing with your friends a lot, but you have to have some time left over to spend with your sweetheart, right? It's good to be in a relationship that's a friendship also. You can kill two birds with one stone. Besides, I don't know why you'd want to be with someone who bores the pants off you. So, what do you and your girlfriend like to do together?
Talking of play games.
I see. You're pretty focused, aren't you? It doesn't matter who you're with, you're going to do what you're going to do. But let me ask you this. What do you do when you're with your sweetheart that you don't typically do with other people?
Damn. He knew. He knew.
I want to answer this question. Intimacy.
I asked you what you and your sweetheart like to do.
Puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go that one. Go.
Nice, quiet evenings at home. I can get into that, but don't you guys ever go out?
Not often.
You should go out once in a while. Romance dies if the only place it ever goes is the couch. Well, I'm sure you and your sweetie care about each other. But if you don't mind me saying so, I think you may have worked yourself into some kind of rut. Maybe you should think about getting out more, exploring your world, that sort of thing. Who knows? Maybe you don't need anything except each other. Nah, get out and do something before you drive each other crazy.
Man, why is this guy getting so real?
You just got genuine relationship advice.
Personal too.
You got bodied without even him trying to sass you.
So, the sick one's smiling.
I think as long as he remains happy, he's like gonna be fine.
Talk.
You know what the really great thing about friends is? Spending time with them makes you really appreciate the time you spend by yourself. I mean, you probably get tired of your friends sometimes, don't you?
Not really.
What do you like to do when you're by yourself?
Masturbate? No.
Masturbate.
Wow.
Well, I should hope you're by yourself when you do that. Teenagers can be really messy. It's good that you don't mind being by yourself. It seems like a lot of people can't stand it because then they actually have to think. I see you don't have that problem.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Okay.
He recognized that. Look at his smug ass face.
Like how obvious.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get like offended or grossed out or something. Like no, it's like,
Considering his
well,
responses to
I
the
guess
other
it's
thing.
good that you're alone when you do that. They knew. They fucking knew it.
Talk.
This game is brilliant.
Talk.
One thing I find really interesting about people is how very chameleon-like many of you can be. For example, when a person is talking to their closest friends as opposed to their employer, their entire persona will often change.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it really depends on the person. I mean, you seem to do different things around people than when you're by yourself, and that leads me to ask you, depending on who you're with, do you think your personality changes a lot, a little, or not at all?
My personality doesn't change.
I've definitely changed a lot. Well, I don't think that much. Just say a little then?
I'd probably understand your answer better if you moved your lips and sound came out.
Damn!
Previously, I had a question for you. Now, what was it? Oh, yes. Depending on who you're with,
Say a
do
little.
you think your personality changes a lot, a little, or not at all?
A little.
I think that's pretty common. People adapt to the situations around them. Often, the way you act around your grocery store clerk won't necessitate quite as much ass kissing as when you're around your boss. The things you do with different people and when you're alone reflect your personality changes, I think. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things going on with you. No wonder you act differently around different people. It seems like you're doing lots of different things around them, too. Well, I think I know you well enough to tell you that even I act differently depending on who I'm with, and it makes sense. Everyone has different expectations of everyone else, and nobody expects me to pick my nose around them. Yes, that is my private moment. Don't tell anyone, please. Anyway, I'm going to go think about things for a while. It was nice talking with you. Bye.
When he's around
By the
him,
way-
he acts as if he's by himself. We just can't just talk.
Thanks, I'm not interested.
Check on the other
I
guy.
see you out there moving from place to place, and sometimes I am envious of your freedom. There are so many things you can do. I can imagine what it must be like to be so free. It's weird how familiar it seems. You must get a lot of exercise running around as you do. So with all that moving about, do you think you're in pretty good shape?
I think I am.
No.
You know, that would actually be insulting if I weren't the only one of us who could spell it.
What? What?
Come again?
Talk? Did he like?
What do you think you said?
Let me start over. I said,
Yeah.
I see you out there moving
We didn't-
from
we didn't
place
answer.
to place, and sometimes I am envious of your
No,
freedom.
we just didn't
There
answer.
are so many things you can do. I can imagine what it must be like to be so free. It's weird how familiar it seems. You must get a lot of exercise running around as you do. So with all that moving about, do you think you're in pretty good shape?
No.
You think you're in pretty bad shape, is that right?
Yes.
I thought you really liked your body. Maybe you've just really let yourself go recently, or maybe you just like your body despite being out of shape. I mean, it's not like round is necessarily a bad shape. You know, circles are round and they're great. It's hard to say whether or not someone is in good shape. It seems like your TV and magazines tell you what it means to be fit, but that idea of fitness can be pretty unrealistic. On the other hand, it's pretty safe to say that a little physical activity will make you fitter than just sitting around on your butt and eating potato chips. You don't seem really satisfied with your level of fitness.
I was gonna say, apparently you can take the seed from the bug tank and plant them here.
That actually might be nice. There's like a little vegetation.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. You just grow the plant here.
What's that? I see. Oh.
Oh, it's like he's standing up there.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
I feel sick. It seems strange to me that with all the wonderful things you can do with your bodies, there are still people out there who are out of shape. People actually have to make time in their day just to exercise. And when they do strange, useless motions over and over that serve no purpose except to move their muscles. It seems like such a shame that your world doesn't naturally allow for more physical activity. You think you're in pretty bad shape, huh? Well, what are you doing to get in better shape?
I run.
No, yeah.
Oh, so there is someone out there who buys those things. Well, that's very interesting. I would have thought that exercise would pay off for you, but you still don't seem to think your body is in very good shape. It's possible you might just be imagining all sorts of bodily problems where none exist. At least you're trying to become fitter, and that's really all you can do.
What?
I guess not. Like, I'm curious to know what they like recorded for that. Like, what are all of the possible responses given to the question?
I'm really not feeling good.
I'm really not feeling it.
uh,
So go back from the water.
Well, yeah, it's a frog.
You know, I'm really fascinated by health clubs and gyms, these huge places full of fancy equipment and open spaces where you can run around. And you have to actually pay to belong to one, when in the past you could just pick any field and run around in it to your heart's content. Or you'd get so muscular and fit from all the manual labor you'd have to do that you wouldn't need a special place and time just to exercise. But I guess the world you live in gives you no other choice. So tell me, do you belong to a health club?
No.
Nope.
So even though you know you could be more fit, you don't want to take the plunge and join a gym?
Realist.
It might help, although I guess I can see your hesitation. They offer a lot of different activities in one convenient place, but I just can't help but think a human being might want to do something more natural, like play a sport or even jog outside than be cooped up in a stinky gymnasium with a bunch of machines.
Hey, Stinky!
Work out more.
What if fucking, like, we get motivated to work out? It's
It
fucking
seems like there are a lot of different things to keep in mind when you're trying to stay in shape. Exercising is one of them, but eating right is also very important, especially where you
Well, we do
live.
that.
There's no shortage of food here, well, for most
Oreos aren't that
people.
unhealthy.
And it's very easy to eat too much of the wrong thing, it seems. No wonder so many people have problems with their weight.
many.
Would you say that for the most part you eat a pretty healthy diet?
I mean, you two do, so you can say yes.
Or pretty much. Okay.
You do eat healthy?
Yes.
You must really chow down on the vegetables then. What's your favorite one?
I like Spanish.
So do I.
Spanish.
Smile big, let me see. It's a shame that the things that are good for you don't usually taste as good as the bad ones. And you know what? The junk food marketers know it. So my advice is, beat the system. Eat a pound of broccoli.
I mean, I like broccoli too.
Love you.
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
Get well soon.
I feel pretty nasty. I hope there isn't something going around.
Well, he took a shit. That's good.
Yeah. Maybe you just have to
I
wait
don't want to.
get all that out of the system. I think we can skip ahead now.
Hungry?
No, not yet.
Well, let's go ahead today. For the day.
Would you like to sit?
Who would like to sit?
I'd like to just stab learning.
Feeling the same anime made me feel worse about my health and my parents.
That feel, man.
Oh, he was talking to you guys.
I'm sorry, we don't fucking have the motivation to walk an hour and a half to someone's house.
It's not motivation, it's just that. What else am I gonna do?
And I walk around on
I have
campus.
other shit to do. That's my answer.
My problem is really eating less than physical activity.